because this was something that I guess surprised a lot of people. But Jay-Z, his deal with the NFL. So Jay-Z inked a deal with the NFL to basically, if I heard correctly, he would be a partner with the NFL, and he would be.
It would be Rock Nation, right?
Right.
Okay.
So Rock Nation.
What's the deal exactly?
I believe the deal is, I know that they're gonna get, like, I think first dibs entertainment wise, that they're gonna go through them and like actually consult with Jay-Z on entertainment. So that probably looks like a lot more urban performances and stuff at the Super Bowl and other events. But I'm gonna look this up real quick. Mark, stall for a sec because I want to get to the nitty gritty of it.
I want to sit in awkward ass silence.
I want to get to the nitty
until
gritty.
You find the article.
The nitty.
That's so weird. That's so weird because I thought Jay-Z was one of those people that were like had Kaepernick. It's Kaepernick, right? That's his name.
Right.
He like had his back and was just like, no, fuck the NFL and all that shit. Because I'm hoping this deal like has some kind of like protest kind of thing to where they can't do what they did to Kaepernick again for someone protesting.
We can get to all that
Shit, like like social injustice and like you can't believe the lies of like, oh, he hates our troops and shit like that, even though he got the idea from a troop. Doesn't make any sense to me. Like pretty much stop spinning the lies and just really report like, oh, he's protesting police brutality and shit like that.
Right. So it says that Jay-Z will help to directly shape the NFL's social justice program and oversee much of the league's entertainment programming, including the halftime show. So, yeah.
That's it. This kind of sucks. I mean, I really hope that's not it because Jay-Z's been on this whole, like, hasn't he been on, like, this whole kind of, like, woke thing?
Yes.
And pro-black and everything.
Right.
And that would really suck because the NFL right now is, like, really kind of anti-black with everything that's going on.
And the reason why I wanted to hit on this, because I feel like there's so many levels to this deal that are, it's very interesting, right? But I the reason why I wanted to bring it up, cause I like how people are they're already picking sides on this shit, right? And it's very
without no information.
Yeah, without no information. But it's very interesting because I heard a clip today from Ebro in the morning. Shout out to those guys. Don't know none of y'all, but whatever.
97?
Yeah, 97. But Ebro was pretty much saying that he didn't really agree with Jay-Z partnering with the NFL, but he was saying that he's going to wait and see what happens and where it goes, and he feels like that, Jay-Z, because of everything that he's done, deserves that, right?
The benefit of the doubt of like, let's wait and see before we just start fucking hanging him.
Right. So, I understood that, and I get that, and I feel like he does deserve that, right?
Yeah.
But I guess my issue with everything is Jay-Z was one of those people who, I mean, he had bars talking about that the Super Bowl asked him to perform. He was like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not fucking with y'all and everything like that, right? So, why do we give someone like a Jay-Z the benefit of the doubt? Is it because of who he is, or is it because of what he's done? Because I look at it like, for you to go do this, the person that brought all the attention to everything, which again, this is where like you were saying, when everything gets fucking blurred, right? So Kaepernick put his neck on the line, his whole career and everything on the line, because he felt so strongly about police brutality and everything that's going on and the social injustices in the world for people of color, right?
Yeah.
So he risked everything, right? And ultimately he lost his job and no one signed him.
Yeah, and it's been at this point, it's like 889 days or something like that.
Yeah, he's been out of work for like almost 3 years.
Something like that.
Something like that, right? So he is, I believe, a Rock Nation client and everything like that. So I look at it like, okay, now Jay-Z has stated that he's had conversations with Kaepernick in the past and everything like that, so he understands the plight. He's one of the people who was championing Kaepernick for everything that he was doing. You know what I mean? And he would perform and wear his jersey and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that he was doing. Why do we give him the benefit of the doubt for signing this deal? Because we hope, you know, that, oh no, it's Jay-Z and he's gonna definitely whatever. When if you look at the deal for what it talks about currently, it's like, wait, we supposed to not kill you because it's gonna be more black people performing at the halftime show that happens once a year?
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying
because that's whatever they're reporting.
Right.
That's what the report says. Like
that's what it says right now.
Nothing
Right?
else. Nothing
right?
beyond what we think, what we hope.
Right, and then also I get it. It says like, you know, oversee the NFL's social justice programs and all this stuff. I'm like, that's cool and everything, but look, the NFL's main problem isn't how they treat black people. The NFL's main problem is that the league itself is a piece of shit.
Yeah, they treat their players horribly. Like, it's one of the shortest careers, and you get paid the least.
Right.
And one of the most dangerous.
Right, and it's like, I get it, because it's predominantly black, so I understand why people associate it with, like, you treat black people bad and everything like that. But the NFL has issues with fucking domestic violence, has issues with intoxication, drugs.
Right. And a lot of this shit came up when, like, they were comparing, like, what Kaepernick did compared to, like, all these people that beat their fucking wives.
Yeah.
And fucking
still playing and all this stuff.
Yeah, and then come back, get signed again.
Yeah, and it's like, Richie Incognito and bullying. Fucking, we can just go on. Like, there's so many things that the NFL has just allowed that we've been like, okay, but they try to mask it with like, oh no, he's gonna help them connect more with black people and black communities to be able to be cool with the NFL and shit like that. Like, let me tell y'all something. And again, no one's bringing this up, so I don't understand why this isn't being brought up. There was not a dip at all in viewership last year for the NFL. Not a dip. All right, like it was. For anything that was very small, it was very small. Like, all right, the fucking Super Bowl was still the highest rated thing that was saw last year. Everyone who was on, like, of course, people were like, oh, I'm not fucking with the NFL and everything like that. Let me tell you something. All right, me personally, because I never said it, so I don't give a shit. Y'all can hate me. I didn't say it. I still watch my Steelers every Sunday. All right. So for the people, yeah, there was people who were like, I'm not fucking with that. And for the people who did, I salute them. They didn't fuck with it, cool. Everything like that. But the NFL still got watched. People still followed their teams.
Yeah.
Nothing changed. Only thing that we did was like, damn. Every now and then, every time you would think about Kaepernick, like, damn.
And it was like a light was shined a little more. Like, if you didn't know really about the NFL, like, now you know about the fuck shit. That happens a lot.
The reason why I'm like, kind of upset about it is because Kaepernick wasn't saying that the NFL, like, he didn't give a fuck about the NFL.
Yeah.
His whole thing was like, black people are being treated badly and no one's doing anything about it. But then the narrative got flipped to like, oh, the NFL and the NFL's not allowing black people of color to kneel for this and everything. And then it turned to, oh, you're not patriotic if blah, blah, blah. A whole bunch of other shit that wasn't the issue, right?
Yeah.
So now it's getting spun that, you know, the whole thing was that Kaepernick wanted to shine a light on social injustices when it comes to people of color. And he did that. You know, mission accomplished. I'm like, no mission was accomplished.
Yeah. Nothing at all.
What was accomplished?
I mean, the whole benefit of the doubt thing, I'm hoping that, like, it's one of those things, like, I can only make an effective change from the inside. Like, I gotta infiltrate. Like, if you wanna change laws and shit like that, become a fucking lawyer.
Right.
You know, learn the laws and learn how it fucking works, and then you change from the inside. Like, it's so... You have to have, like, a huge backing, especially against the NFL, like, a huge-ass backing to fight out from the outside and be like, we're going to protest, we're going to do this shit, we're going to do this. A lot of people need to be unified. But an easier way is to do what Jay-Z's doing, which is, like, make a partnership, infiltrate, see what's going on, whatever's going to happen. Maybe Rock Nation will become too big for the NFL for the NFL to control. So then they'll, like... do more, like, so something like Kaepernick doesn't happen again.
See, the thing,
I don't know.
Like, again, you have to think really, like, you have to be very cerebral about this shit, right? Yeah. And I like no part of my words is saying like fuck Jay-Z or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. I fucking love Jay-Z. But what I'm saying is, why does he get the benefit of the doubt, right? Because at the end of the day, Jay-Z is a businessman as well, right? I understand you do everything. I get it. He would be the perfect person for the situation because it's like, yeah, he's done so much for the community and everything, and he's trying to push like black people and black excellence and black empowerment and everything. Like we need to be in these positions. That's fine. That's cool. I get all that.
Yeah.
My thing is, why does he get the benefit of the doubt? Because I guarantee, if fucking some white man want to do the same thing, it wouldn't be cool.
No, of course not. Because it would be seen as like, oh, the NFL's trying to put on a show so that they could get the heat off all this social justice shit.
Right.
Shit like that. It really is. It's because of what he's done and what he's done in the past.
Right, and this is where I get
it's hope.
Right, and this is where I get, because you just said it. And this is what I wanted to get to with this conversation. You got to look at all this stuff as what it is, face value, right? Yeah. What you're being given, but also look at it from a perspective of what's happening. The NFL also understands that there is a lot of heat on them when it comes to people of color and things like that, or at least that community, because it seems like a lot of our athletes and stuff are the ones on the in the news the most when it comes to like white players doing some shit. It gets brushed off or whatever, right? It seems like our players do go through the most in these situations, and we have the hardest time getting money and getting paid for certain things and contract disputes and all that stuff, right? The one thing Jay-Z is, like, Rock Nation Sports is a sports agency. Jay-Z does, not Jay-Z himself, obviously, but his agency it does handle quite a few players in the NFL as well. So if you look at this from a business perspective, Jay-Z does get, or at least his agency does get the benefit of, okay, now that we're in here, these players who are also that aren't our clients and stuff, now we have kind of first dibs on them as well.
Yeah.
So there is a monetary gain for this as well. Not to mention, Jay-Z is someone who is very rich, and you don't think, some sort of way if he can infiltrate to somehow, which is, again, it'd be fine. I'd be cool with it, but also, you don't think there probably won't be some implications or indications of Jay-Z possibly buying a franchise? Because there aren't any black owners. Why not have
the governors, right?
Yeah, why not?
Was it the basketball thing?
I think that's just basketball. Okay. But it's like, why not have the one dude that you're partnered with be the first one?
Yeah.
Again, because if you're the NFL, you're like, fuck it. This dude has the money. He's with us.
Yep.
We can talk to him.
It'll take heat off of us.
It's taking heat off of us. He's in our pocket. Yeah. So it's like, I feel like, yes, he can help, but also you got to look at it for what it is too. He's doing stuff, or like these deals are being made to benefit them as well. It's not something where it's just like, oh no, it's just all for my people and everything like that. Because at the end of the day, Mark is right. You do have to be able to take the bullets that you're gonna take from doing this, because at the end of the day, you are the one who's walking into the line of fire.
Yeah, because it's like this. It's like social justice. It's pretty high up there, right? Especially when you're like you're that rich and everything,
right?
But then also like this big ass deal and money that I'm about to make. Like what's why are you really doing it?
Right.
The story you have to spin, right? For social justice, you have to do it for this shit,
right?
And then the real reason,
right?
All this money.
And then to go back to someone that you don't like, but Steve Harvey did say, I can't help my people being broke. Right? So there is, again, people don't like to hear that, but there is some truth to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a big truth to that. So
it's a big reason like why Jewish people are like, for the most part, so well off. Like they
Mark talking about the Jews, not me.
I said Jewish. I said the whole word. Just,
Mark is talking about Jewish.
But they did. They got like certain people got money, and then they started helping each other, and now they're pretty much have like a whole thing going on.
Right.
Like they're like, because it's not a bad stereotype to be like these people have money.
Right.
It's like they make fun of it or whatever, all that shit. But the truth is they own a lot of shit. They have a lot of money because they took care of their own.
So, I guess in a perfect world, yes, I feel like we all hope that he's able to change a lot of things, right?
At least, You know what? It's that thing we talked about, like the whole like at least this. What my hope would be, this sparks, or at least this sets up a position to where someone that's not part of it yet
right
comes in and is like, oh shit, I have a plan. I see the fucking route. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna change the NFL for real.
right
You know, but who the fucking knows? It's a long game at this point. You know.
right. And then like I said, I just want people to be able to look at shit objectively, because there is no benefit of the doubt when it comes to social injustices, right? There's no benefit of the doubt. If that was the case, then we wouldn't get mad, right, when cops do something, because the benefit of the doubt is they're cops, right?
Yeah.
You know, they have a job and everything. This person was doing something illegal, quote unquote, or whatever, right? So whatever. But yeah, there is none of that. So when it comes to this shit, I just want people to be down the middle. It's like, you know, if you don't fuck with something, don't fuck with it, right? But if you are thinking like, you know, because I feel like I said, if it was anybody else, if it was freaking who's someone, if the NFL hired Wayne Brady, right, and it was like, Wayne, you be perfect to whatever, niggas would kill. Like they'd be like, no, this is bullshit and everything like that. But I feel like it's because it's Jay-Z and the NFL knew it, and it's like, oh no, this is gonna work because they like him.
Yeah, it's all about the story. It's all about the story they could sell.
That's why I want people just to be down the middle with this shit and be transparent.
Yeah.
And be like, look, if you understand or you feel like, okay, I get it, you know, we have to infiltrate to change shit, then be like that from the jump. Don't kill niggas off rip because you feel like, oh no, he ain't gonna do nothing. No, fuck him. He won't do shit.
Yeah.
You know, but this person will. Nah. You gotta go into that mindset on everything. This goes back to the conversation we had about, you know, that whole conversation about what can we do to change, like, racism and all that shit. And then people were like, oh, we can, you know, we need to fight and everything, but I'm not going to do it and everything like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's like, if you ain't willing to put your neck out on the line, then you need to sit down completely. So my hope is with Jay-Z being like, okay, I'll partner with him. He's putting his neck out there. Because he knows if this shit goes bad, he's done.